Big announcement today as the province announced that for the first time in almost 3 decades, they're going to build more public housing units. Now, I know a lot of people in general don't believe the government should be involved in housing at any level, but the truth is, when you look at the current landscape of what's happening across the province, I would say it is needed at this point. We currently have about 11,000 public housing units across the province, and the last waitlist number that I saw from back in 2021 was that it was nearing almost 6,000 applicants with an average wait time of about 2 years, and in some areas it takes longer to get into public housing than the 2-year average wait right now. So in other words, just like every other aspect of the housing market right now, the affordable housing sector is desperately in need of supply, and right now their supply does not nearly equal the demand that we're currently seeing across the province. And to me, this is good news, and the only question I would have is what took so long for this to happen? The last time the province built public housing was back in 1995, and they've been kicking the can down the road ever since. But at the same time, to me, something is better than nothing, and it's better too late than not at all, so I was happy to see this announcement. Now, before I get into this in a little bit more detail, if you're new here, my name's Andrew Stevens, and I've been a realtor in Halifax for 9 years now, and if you're looking to be educated on the Halifax and Nova Scotia real estate market, then this is the channel for you. So go ahead and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. And if you're looking to make a move in the Halifax and surrounding area, you can book a call or a meeting with me to chat about that anytime in the Calendly link below my description at a time when it's convenient for you. So getting right back to it, this will be 222 new public housing units, which will serve 522 new families, individuals, and low-income seniors across the province. The units will be built on provincially owned land near other public housing developments, and they'll be built in Bridgewater, Kentville, Truro, multiple locations in Cape Breton, and multiple locations across the HRM as well. Now, I think this is something that a lot of people don't realize about the housing crisis currently in Nova Scotia, and that is that a lot of these rural communities outside of the HRM are hurting for housing even more than we are in the HRM. Now, if you're in the HRM and you're driving around and you're seeing tents everywhere and you're seeing how impossible it is for people to find affordable housing, I know this might be difficult to understand, but some of these rural communities are actually in worse positions than we're seeing in HRM right now. These units will cost $83 million, and it will be funded by the provincial and the federal government, with $58.8 million coming from the province and another $24.4 million coming from the feds. Now, with this announcement today, that makes it over $200 million that the province has spent on housing since 2022, and these new buildings will be energy efficient, and the rents will be geared toward their income, and they'll be managed by the Nova Scotia Provincial Housing Agency. There was also some concerns expressed about the current public housing units and how they've been managed and the inefficiency behind managing these units, such as the poor application process and poorly managing the continued eligibility of these units, and therefore there's been a lot of these units that have remained vacant for several months, or the turnover is not happening quick enough when somebody leaves these units, and it also results in a lot of people living in oversized units for what they really need, and this is becoming a problem as well with the public housing situation. And honestly, to me, I find it really hard to believe, based on the current housing situation in HRM and across the province in general, that one of these public housing units could be vacant for a month or 2 or even 3 months depending on the situation. To me, this is just mind-boggling. But they also mentioned that this managing of the public housing has been transferred to 3 different departments since 2019, and to me that's probably a big reason of why these are so poorly managed, because there's no real consistency behind the management. Now, just before I finish up, I want to share a couple quotes to you from the press conference today. So this first one is from Andy Fillmore, a member of Parliament for Halifax, on behalf of Sean Fraser, who's the Minister of Housing, Infrastructure and Communities. These 222 new public housing units will serve both the people of Halifax and Nova Scotians province-wide. Access to affordable housing is so important, and this partnership brings us closer to that goal. I am pleased to see that together with the province, we're making progress to find each Canadian a safe and affordable place to call home. And this next one is from Sarah Napier, President and CEO of United Way Halifax. The growing need for deeply affordable and safe housing in Nova Scotia requires partners across sectors, nonprofit, private, and all orders of government, to collaborate and to keep community need at its core. This historic investment by the province in public housing is a welcome and critical step in the right direction. Now, if you're still here watching and you got any value out of this video, all I ask is that you hit that like button and you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future content, and that'll help push this video out to more people like you who may be interested in seeing content like this. And I would love to hear what you think about this announcement today. I'm assuming most people think it's for the good, but I'm curious to know what you think in detail in the comments below, so don't hesitate to drop a comment down there. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support, and have a great day.